Hello and welcome back to Jan's views on crime and Jan's views on the Slater investigation. Guys, I really wanted to be able to bring you some closure to this investigation, but I've just got this horrible feeling we ain't never gonna get to the end or get to the truth of what actually happened. I feel that way because there are so many stories, so many conspiracies. But the good thing is there are some people out there that are desperately trying to get justice for Jay, and that's what I want. Just, let him rest in peace. We know something happened. Let him rest in peace. Another problem I feel is that these people that are responsible, guys, they're not going to bloody come out and say it. And I'll tell you why. It's because they're scum. But there are people out there who appear to be getting closer to what actually happened. And thank the Lord for that. That's all I can say. So before we move on with this video, I just want to ask you, are you okay? Have you been? Over here, I went out in the car today, guys. 3 degrees. 3. I even put my fluffy hood on. Nobody wants to see that. Anyway, I hope you're all well. I hope you're keeping warm. And yeah, let's get on with this. If you're like me, you're always losing things, putting things down and forgetting where you put them. And then you eventually you find them. And more often than not, it's where you first started looking, right? There's a reason for this little anecdote. I truly believe that when people first started talking about the Slater disappearance, that the best place to look was at the very beginning. And now, as the investigation's gone on further, we need to get back to there was a lot more clues at that time. And it was before we had all the potpourri of different scenarios, different conspiracies being thrown our way just to combobulate our thoughts and any lines of investigation. So if we get right back to the beginning, I feel a lot stems from the mothers. I always said in my very first video, I said I wasn't 100% convinced that Debbie Duncan didn't know what was going on. There was just something about her. Something about, anyway. She's not coming across as being honest. And, this isn't knocking her as a mother grieving for her son or anything like that. This is coming from someone who, I'm also a mother, but you need to tell the full story. It's no good just coming out with like these little snippets of information, because there's a lot of highly intelligent people who see through it, who see the huge gaps in your story. Let's look at Rachel Hargreaves, Brad's mother. I think she is the one that holds the biggest clues. When I did play a section of her video where she is like on TikTok, hey guys, it's me. No, I don't want to talk about this, but I am going to be doing some cooking. Yeah, remember that one, guys? Something else we need to be aware of is that this woman was the person that started the first GoFundMe for £10,000. Why? I mean, judging by this video that she puts out and how much empathy and feeling and emotion she feels about what's happened, it does seem a bit bizarre to me that she would be the person to start the GoFundMe. I'm just saying, guys, we need to look at who are the people that were feeding us? Who are the people that were publicly speaking about this poor 19-year-old disappearance? It was his best friend, apparently, Although there's never been any pictures of him with his best friend from like when they were kids. Nothing like that, guys. So anyway, Brad, we all looked at that police interview, that reporter's interview. And we thought, oh, doesn't sound, you know, he doesn't look as if he's that bothered. Now, I'm telling you guys, I'm not going over every little thing, but what I'm saying is, I think the main thing is, instead of going after all these conspiracies that are coming out now, I think we should just stick with the beginning. Look at Brad. Look for Brandon. Where the hell is Brandon after all these months? Remember, Jay went missing in June and we're now in November. There's a reason why that boy has disappeared.
My opinion, Brandon's his mate's mate. Every time Abe was saying his mate's mate, kind of realizing he was slipping up, I reckon he was talking about Brandon the whole time.
And that's why he's like, I'm getting out.
Right, so in case you don't know, this on the right-hand side is Wax Unfiltered, who has done an amazing job in trying to bring justice for Jay, as has the young lady on the left-hand side, whose name is Hayley Comet, who is on TikTok.
Then we know that Lucy obviously starts getting her story wrong. One minute's incoming call, 1 minute's outgoing call. Brad is all over the place, or he's
Only one of the reasons why her mum decided to say, you know what, we're getting the hell out of it.
nowhere at all to be seen.
Yeah, I've learned by watching this that apparently, I mean, we all knew, didn't we? We all heard that Lucy disappeared, like within the first couple of days of Jay going missing. She then disappeared and ended up in Ibiza or one of the other islands. And what I didn't know is that her mother flew over, picked her up and said, come on, girl, let's go. That's the thing. They're all teenagers. And that's the most frightening thing. Parents, what the hell are you doing raising teens that are capable of doing things like this, allegedly? Teenagers that are involved in insane criminal activity. Come on, guys, wise up.
Brandon is a massive key here, because who's seen Brandon? It's like he never existed.
Exactly. Has anyone seen Brandon? We've got pictures of him. We've got pictures of him in a store with Jay trying on a hat or something. That's it. But there have been viewings of him at the Papagayo Club. But why has he not come forward? That, to me, is one of the biggest red flags. And I listened to, well, I've heard all these other scenarios that people are coming out with, but I think we have to strip back all the new crap that's coming out and just focus on what happened. Focus on the fundamentals that and the facts that we know or have worked out what happened at the very beginning, and the people that were actually involved at the very beginning, which is Jay, Ayub, possibly Rocky, although there's talk now that Rocky wasn't actually in the car, Lucy, Jay, Brandon. They're the people we should be focusing on, not all these new people that have come up. It's too much, guys. We can't handle it. It's just too much.
Exactly.
And even Ayub said on his live, I will answer any question about anything, but I will not answer anything about Brandon. Why?
Wow.
Why?
And he was calling him Hodgie as well, so he definitely knows him on a personal level.
Why is Brandon the one prodigal son we can't talk about?
See? Red flag. Massive red flag.
Why no statement? The only statement we ever heard from Brandon was his mum saying, leave my boy alone. Makes no sense for him.
Oh, so Brandon's mum said that. Oh, really? Okay.
2 people from Lancashire say that the wedding that Brandon went to in Lancashire while Jay was still missing, he told several people at that wedding, Jay's dead. How did you know if he was? How did you know he was dead if he was missing? If he was missing?
Oh my God! See, but it's like so many people give out all this. Is it true? Is that really true? That Brandon was at a wedding? Before Jay had apparently been found, that he was dead. I don't know. And that's what's so tricky. That is what's so, mind numbing about this Jay Slater case, is that there's so many people that are speaking up. But it's like, who the hell do you believe?
And there was a number of things that have been said by a number of people that kind of implied that Jay was dead. Even Brad's kind of talked about him in past tense as well.
And I put this stuff out in videos before and they've been taken down straight away because Luggy, Rachel and everyone else will report them straight away because you're not allowed to mention Brad's name. And do I think Brad killed Jay?
Well, so she can get things taken down because somebody's mentioned her son. So these people, these parents, are out here trying to ban people from using their names. Oh, Lordy, Miss Claudie. Oh, honestly, I told you guys, I really wanted to bring you something like, some sort of closure, be able to say, right, this is what I believe. But there's just so much. I don't know what to believe. There's so many other people involved or possibly involved, but are all these new people, are they just like little red herrings swimming around in the pool of deceit and crap in Tenerife? I don't know, guys. Are we any closer? What are you thinking, guys? Do you think we're getting closer? And I'm going to ask you, please tell me in the comment section, whose story do you believe best fits what actually happened? What do you reckon, guys? I've said before who I like to watch because I feel that they're very authentic. I think that they're hardworking in trying to find out what actually did happen. But I am interested to know what you guys think. Who do you believe? Do you think that 1111 True Crime is getting nearer? Or maybe it's this Haley Comet? Or maybe it's the girl on Instagram or TikTok, Marianne or Mariana? Or is it Wax Unfiltered? What do you think, guys? Or even Duncan? I need to watch Duncan. I haven't watched him for a little while, so I need to catch up with that. But yeah, let me know, guys. Let me know what you think, because I am genuinely interested. So I'm going to head off and tell you to you look after yourselves out there, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye-bye for now.